I just want to wholeheartedly, whoever contacted me for any support, I am ready to support them.
Hello, I'm Kazi Mustansara, hosting on behalf of Agent Writing. We are an SEO and content writing agency from Bangladesh. We have clients from more than 20 countries, and our major clients are from USA, UK, and China. Today, we have our guest, Shahana. She's a very successful freelancer, and she can provide you valuable insights for aspiring freelancers. So, hi, Shahana. Can you
Hi.
please introduce yourself?
Oh, sure. I'm Shahana. My academic journey began with a deep passion for English literature, fueling my ambition to become a literature teacher. For that, I set for BCS, 24th BCS. And after qualifying BCS, I have started my career as an English literature teacher. But unfortunately, later I have to quit my job for some personal circumstances. This made me a little bit upset. I entirely engaged myself to looking after my kids. They also grew up, and then I decided to again something. And the COVID situation allows me a lot of my time for myself. At first, I decided to write an English grammar book. One day, I was watching YouTube videos and a video about freelancing. Then I decided to start my career as a freelancer. So I have to choose my skill first. As a student of English literature and also a lecturer, I was used to writing. So I thought it will be better for me to start as a writer. But later I found that it's not the same. Content writing is totally different. And I learned the process of writing and still learning every day.
Shahana, you told us that you were a BCS candidate, right?
Yes.
So, what made you leave?
It's very personal actually. There was time to look after my kids at that time. So, and moreover, there was transfer hassle. So, I have decided to sacrifice my career for my kids.
All right. How did you get started in freelancing and what motivated you to pursue it as a career?
As I told you, that it was a whimsical decision, totally whimsical decision at first. At the very beginning day, I opened 4 accounts in 4 different platforms and Fiverr.com, Guru.com, Freelancer.com, and Upwork. Later, 2 months, I even never logged in those accounts. And then one day I thought, okay, let's see what is there. And I logged in Fiverr, and there was an option buyer request, which now is not available. I sent a buyer request, and fortunately, I got the job. The first day I applied for the job, and the first day I got the job. I was so much excited and asked the buyer even did you choose me? He answered that your cover letter. But unfortunately, when I completed the job, it was rejected. So why? You can ask me why. And the reason was that the buyer told me that you can write your writing was very good, but it was not suitable for the content writing, suitable for the website. So I picked his point. I was determined that I will learn the website writing. And I started researching, watching YouTube videos, and I even worked for 12 to 14 hours daily, catch up the skills. And I got the second order. It was in Fiverr.com. That buyer was from UK. And this order was the turning point of my life as a content writer. You can ask me why. Because the client liked my writing very much, and he offered me to work for him 2 months, but without any honorarium. I accepted because he offered me that he will give access to his website so that I can learn SEO. And that is very vital for a content writer. And from then, I worked hard, improved my skill, and decided to continue it.
So money isn't everything, right? You have to acquire the skills and then get into everything.
Everything that is important. You have the passion for learning first, then earning.
So, since you shared a very big milestone with us, can you share more of your key milestones in your freelancing career that contributed to your success?
I'm very lucky because from very beginning, the clients who started working with me, many of them still working with me. So this is another point, and I thought this is only because for the three words SCC: skill, communication, and commitment. I believe in these three words, and I always maintain this. That's why the clients liked me and they continue to working with me.
Since you've talked about acquiring skills, what sort of skills do you think a content writer needs to have in order to create good content?
At first, freehand writing. Please do not use AI. These things will decrease your capability as a writer. Write freehand, research well, and the research well, it means when I started any writing, I always divided my time. I research two-third and write one-third. So as more as you research, the more your writing will be good.
So the key is to research and free write, and
Yes.
not
Yeah,
because
right.
we also think that AI is killing creativity. Do you share
Yes,
the same sentiment?
yes, because when you become dependent, you cannot avoid that. You thought that is a very short time, so I can use that, and it will decrease
Yes.
your quality.
Right. So, what challenges did you face early in your freelancing career, and how did you overcome them?
It's too much that the fake buyers, every freelancer have to face in the marketplace, as there are some good clients, there are also some fake clients. So at the very beginning, it was difficult for me to find out who is fake and who is the real buyer. I have worked so many projects and without any honorarium. So now I
So,
understand how to deal with them.
so how do you understand who's a fake buyer, who's a real buyer? How do you pick out your buyers right now or clients?
Now, when I decided to bid in any project, at first I checked the buyer reviews, payment method, and when we communicate with the buyer, his communication style, everything. These are important. You have to judge a buyer by yourself before starting a project.
Right. So, since you've already talked about you left your BCS job for your to give time to your family and your children, how do you manage your time effectively now to handle multiple projects at the same time?
Same times. It's very crucial question. Sometimes it's really become difficult for me to handle, but now I manage my time as there is flexible time, because in my job it was a fixed time. Now I have my flexible time. So whenever it becomes too difficult for me to manage my time, I have to work more hours. I even work 14 to 16 hours a day.
So, how do you balance work and personal life as a freelancer since you
Uh,
work 14 hours a day? That must
no,
not be,
yeah, no,
yes,
it's not every day. When I have to give more time in my personal life or family life, so the pending works, I have to manage the pending works the next day or the early days. So I have to work more. So it's actually depends on you how to maintain as, but it is possible as I am working from home. I can manage.
right, right. So, what strategies do you use to attract new clients and projects consistently? Because you have to be on flow, right, in order to be
Yes.
successful.
Yeah, for that, actually, the most important thing is the cover letter. The first line of the cover letter, I think, because the buyer or the clients are do not have so many time to look to read all the lines. So the first line of your cover letter is very important. Write it attractively so that the buyer becomes curious to read the next. This is, and when the buyer contact you, good communication, this is another important thing. You have to show your skill, prove your skills in a short sentences, not too much, not don't be over smart or don't be too much talkative at that time. Be professional, and if you can manage him, you can do.
Can you give us an example of the first line of one cover letter so that you can inspire our audience to know what to write?
Okay, this is this the first line depends on the job requirements, actually, because every job has different types of requirements. So you have to read the job requirements very carefully. Sometimes they gave a word to use in the beginning of your cover letter. Even I have found that red horse, use red horse in the beginning of your cover letter. So uh, as a content writer, it's not match with the job description, but the buyer write at the end of his job description that use the word red horse in the beginning of the. So in that case, I have written that, why do you ask to use the word red horse at the beginning? Just I ask him in the beginning sentence. Later I write the, and I got the job.
Oh, so you make the first line interesting so it grabs the attention, and that's how you attract clients,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, good, very good strategy. So how important is networking in freelancing, and how do you approach it?
I cannot answer you that because I am working as an individual freelancer.
All right, no issues. But can you share any tips for creating a standout freelancer profile on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr?
Yes, sure. It's a professional profile picture, because this is the first thing to show yourself, and the description precise. I never support a lengthy uh, writings, just precise writing. That's all, nothing. And I have already mentioned cover letter, communication. These are important.
Since you've already said that communication is very important, so you mean to say communication between you and your client, right? So,
Yes.
how do you establish and maintain good relationships with your clients?
Your work will create good communication. This I believe this. Not talking too much, not talking personal things. These are not the things. Good communication. What is good communication? Good communication, a good work, on time delivery, and commitment, keeping commitment. The buyer comes in the marketplaces for a quality works. And if you can provide him a quality works, he will be benefited. And when he will benefited, he personally makes a good communication with you. So it's not
Right.
anything personal, it's work.
But since you've been working for a good amount of time, you must have dealt with difficult clients. So how do you handle disagreements or difficult clients?
It's another important question. Yes, I we have to face many difficult clients. At first, I try to talk to him, or make him understand very politely. But when if I found that he is not the person to make or understand, then I refunded his money. I never go for long argument or something like that. Okay, take your money and go.
So you choose peace over everything. You want to
Everything.
have peace of mind.
Yes, because it's whoever, they are very much argumentative, and there are some buyers who actually uh, wanted to uh, but not to accept the project. They are determined, so nothing to do. A bad review is better, not better than money. So I leave. Okay, take your money. No need.
That's good. Since we're talked about skills and everything, so let's go back to skills. How do you
Yes.
stay updated on industry trends and continuously improve your skills?
As a freelancer, I have to work on many projects. The client's requirements is different. So I usually do that when I do any project, I read the requirements first very carefully and started researching to equip myself with that requirement. So the more I am working, the more I am learning. Moreover, when I got the time, I read articles or watch YouTube videos, what is coming or what is the updated version of any work. I research myself, but I emphasize on doing, because the more I am working, the more I am learning.
That's good. So, how do you, are there any specific tools, courses, or resources that have been particularly helpful in your profession or like your
Uh,
development?
yes, yes. There is actually no, I have told you that no specific tools, because this client told me to use these tools. That client telling me, even when we are contacting or when before starting any job, when the clients ask me, do you use these tools before? I just Google and search for it. What is this? When I'm talking to the buyer or I'm keeping the communication, in the meantime, I search it and get an idea and back to him. So this is the way. Actually, you have to be skilled. You have to be ready to learn quickly. This is the things. You have to adapt with new tools. You have to the quality to learn quickly. That's all.
Like you said before, you're all about research and
Yes.
researching,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yes.
So, how do you handle pricing and negotiations with your clients?
It's another important question you asking
Yes.
me. We, as before bidding any projects, at first I check the pricing and the buyer's previous uh, reviews, how much he can pay, or if it shoots with my payment, then I bid, or I never bid in that process.
Right. Since like you've been working for a long time, what advice do you have for freelancers in terms of setting rates and managing finances?
For the new freelancers, I will suggest at first bid for the low price projects, because if you started your bidding with the very high price budgets, the client who have a good budget, they will search a skilled freelancers. So for the new freelancer, at first bid for the low budget project, and after completing two or three projects like that, you can go for increasing your pricing. You have to actually perseverance. You need perseverance to become a successful freelancer. You need that.
Right. I feel like that is in the case for every other career, right?
Yes.
Um, so, have you encountered any challenges with payments or invoicing? If so, how did you address them?
Not at all. As I told you that when any issues arise, I just okay take take your money. I did not. So I want actually I avoid these types of things always.
Like I said before, you are a person who prefers peace over money, which is hard to find
I
nowadays.
I want learning. Every day I'm learning. This is important because I believe that if I have the quality, money will automatically come to me.
You seem to be like a very, very inspiring person. So, do you have any advice for someone who's just starting their freelancing career in content writing or and SEO?
Okay, okay. Just learn, learn, learn. Three words. Then earn.
Absolutely correct. So do you have any suggestions or what sort of common mistakes do you see in new freelancers that they make, and how do you think that they can avoid them?
Uh, because most of the freelancers want to get the job at the very beginning day, lack of perseverance, and uh, not responsive, because as a freelancer you have to be responsive very much. The first thing, you have to be ready for modification and that time maintaining on time delivery, because you cannot show excuses all time. They shows excuses, exams like that. So this is not the platform. This is the international platforms. You have to keep in mind that you are facing, you are your competitors are from all over the world, so you have to maintain your time.
Right. If you don't do that, then you won't excel.
Yes.
Right. So, enough about others. What are your future goals as a freelancer, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Yeah, as I am enjoying my this career very much, I have to continue it as I am doing now. So another important thing is that I have a dream. I don't know if I can fulfill or not. I want to do something for the new freelancers, especially for women in my country, because there are so many women. They have their qualities, they have their skills, but they are not allowed to work going outside or from the family. You know, the country, our society, how it is. So I have already done some. Uh, just free, I sometimes arrange session, and some women are working with me, uh, not working with me actually in that way, but I try to give some work for them or manage some work for them, and they are working in different platforms after taking my suggestion or after taking some credentials from me, and they are doing good, and I have a plan to do more for them.
Do you plan on opening a company or any
Not,
website
not like
for
that.
to
Not like
support
that. Not like,
freelancers?
yeah, not like that. Actually, no, no business plan. I just want to wholeheartedly, whoever contacted me for any support, I am ready to support them.
That's very hard to find. People like you are very hard to find. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with aspiring freelancers or any final thoughts?
Uh, as a freelancer, I have a great achievement in my life. I like to share with you that I met a client from Canada, and he offered me to write a travel book, and it is already published. It's time to travel to Bangladesh. I feel very proud that I can focus the tourist places of my countries to all over the world, and uh, it never become possible for me to contact the or to get the opportunity to write it or publish it from Canada. It is already in Amazon. So as a freelancer, it's my great achievement. So,
Can you tell us a bit about your book?
yeah, yes, that I told. It's a travel series. uh, the publisher is publishing uh, the tourist to highlight the tourist places all over the world, and I have written the Bangladesh part. It's a great opportunity for me actually that I can highlight it, our beautiful places like Cox's Bazar, Sundarban, Sylhet, Dhaka.
Congratulations on your new book. I'd really like to read it since
Yeah,
I
sure.
haven't been to many parts of our own country.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll be able to travel the world through travel Bangladesh at least through your book.
yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Shahana. It was really, really nice having you in our channel. You've shared so many inspiring thoughts and dreams of yours with our audience, and we're glad to have you here. And congratulations on your achievement. I hope you are able to complete and fulfill all your goals and aspirations, like you have mentioned. That will be all.
Thank you very much to you to invite me here in this platform, and it will be very much helpful for me too, as I can share my story here. If any freelancer is beneficial from my speech, that will be my good luck also.
All right. Thank you so much, Shahana. If any of you have any questions, please comment down below and wait for our next podcast. We'll be back soon.
Isn't it hard to find a content writer with a good expertise in writing? No need to worry. Agent Writing is now here to provide you high SEO content that will rank surely. Along with that, you can find the finest writers in different fields of knowledge here.